fishing observer assigned to a Chinese vessel, Menjin 15, Emmanuel Asian, is reported missing for about 3 weeks now. Emmanuel Asian, some 3 weeks ago, embarked on a scheduled observer mission with the said vessel, but has since not been seen. His colleagues allege that the vessel returned from its operations at deep sea without Emmanuel.
Now, it is standard practice to assign observers to foreign and local fishing vessels that fish in Ghanaian waters. The Monitoring, Control and Surveillance Department of the Ministry for Fisheries and Aquaculture is responsible for the assignment of observers.
Now, speaking to City News on the condition of anonymity, one of the observers accused authorities of doing little to find their missing colleague.
The vessel goes to sea on board with an observer who will record all activities that goes on at sea and report back to the Fisheries Commission. Recently, there was a vessel, and on board the vessel was by name Emmanuel Asian. 5 days after the trip, the vessel came back to port complaining or reporting that the observer is missing. And upon interrogation, we were told that the observer was given a food in the evening, and the next day he was not seen in his cabin, but the food that he was served the previous night was still there.
The minority in Parliament has accused the government of spending $10 million on what they call an illegal audit of the Cocoa Roads project. Earlier in the week, government announced the recommencement of the Cocoa Roads project with an allocation of 3 billion Ghana cedis more than 2 years after the project was suspended for auditing. The Cocoa Roads project was rolled out during the erstwhile Mahama administration. There is more in the following report.
The Cocoa Roads project commenced under the Mahama administration to provide motorable roads for cocoa growing areas. It was, however, suspended for over 2 years for auditing. Earlier in the week, government announced a recommencement of the project. The minority at a press conference accused government of spending over $10 million for the said audit. Eric Opoku is the ranking member on the Food, Agriculture and Cocoa Affairs Committee.
As we speak, after almost 3 years in government, not a single official of the erstwhile Mahama administration or a single contractor has been indicted for any inflated, fraudulent or ghost cocoa road projects.
In response to recent comments that the erstwhile Mahama administration had no clear agricultural policy, Eric Opoku touted the achievements of that era. Ranking member on the Finance Committee, Kesel Atuforsen, indicated that cocoa farmers were being shortchanged under this government.
They are giving the cocoa farmer only $1,400. We gave the cocoa farmer $2,000 So every ton that they sell, the cocoa farmer is worse off by $600.
So a former goalkeeper for the senior national team, the Black Stars, Richard Kinson, popularly known as Olele, has been arrested together with 21 errant drivers at the East Legon Tunnel as part of City TV's War Against Indiscipline campaign in collaboration with the police. Also apprehended in today's exercise was the driver of a Toyota Land Cruiser driving a commissioner of SEPS whose identity is not immediately known. Mina Dablo reports the rest of the action from the East Legon Tunnel.
We are currently at the East Legon District Police Headquarters, where the traffic enforcement team will be partnering the hashtag War Against Indiscipline campaign by City TV. You would notice that most of the people here are the middle-class Ghanaians, which means that most of them own their own vehicles, drive their own vehicles, and there are less of the commercial vehicles. I must add that the team gathered here somewhere around 5 a.m. this morning just to make sure that the police get ready to embark on this campaign. And from here, we are heading straight to the East Legon Tunnel, where we've been already, and we'll try to find out whether the War Against Indiscipline campaign has caught on, and that whether the last time we were here, the people indeed heeded to our campaign and are doing the right thing now. So let's find out. At about 6 a.m. today, when the Ghana Police Traffic Enforcement Team embarked on the operations, expectations were high that there will be either less or no arrests at all. And that's because this is the second time City TV's War Against Indiscipline campaign has held operations in this area. But in all, 21 drivers were caught violating some road traffic regulations, thus one more than the number of arrests made the first time operations were held. The offences vary from neglecting of road markings to expired licenses. Former Black Stars goalkeeper and current goalkeepers trainer Richard Kingston, also known as Olele, was also arrested for neglecting road markings. He explained to City News his offense.
What exactly was the reason you ignored the road markings? Because I noticed they were trying to stop you right where you were trying to enter through the tunnel. Okay. Is there a reason why?
Yeah, actually I was on the other side
of the road.
Yes, okay. So it means towards street.
Okay. Going straight. That's this way.
Yes.
And then they stopped.
Yes.
But I thought you were trying to enter or maneuver.
I switched on the
navigator
because I was coming straight.
Okay.
I was not like curving, but I was coming straight towards the other direction.
Okay.
ASP Simon Tenko of the Police Public Affairs Directorate spoke to City News after today's operations.
Today is our second time of coming to the East Legon Tunnel. And I can say today we did not get a lot of people driving on the shoulders, except most of the drivers arrested were neglecting the road markings and using the wrong directions. And I'm also glad that today we did not get a lot of uniformed persons. It's compared to the last time we were here, which is an improvement, and we are happy about that.
So it's 2019 and every single person out there is either using a YAM smartphone or has access to the internet. But there are dangers in using these devices and the attendant apps that come with them, like WhatsApp, Face app, Facebook, and many more. I mean, do you know that it's possible that some of the phones you use could be listening to you? Do you know that some of the apps could be picking up information and sharing them with their manufacturers? I mean, well, so today we're hitting the streets to find out how the awareness level of the ordinary Ghanaian about the dangers of the technologies and the softwares as well as the apps they use. How much do you know about the fact that, the phone could be actually listening to you and picking information from you with regards to your location, what you're saying and all of that?
Okay, I know about the location where you turn on the GPS. So it knows where you are located. Maybe someone wants to contact you, yes. For that I know about, yes. I know about the location.
But what about the fact that the mic could be turned on by the manufacturer and, be picking information?
No, that I don't know.
So for a lot of us who sometimes buy second-hand phones at places like Circle and other places, such acts normally come with some dangers. And I've been joined by a cyber analyst from E-Crime Bureau, Philemon Hini, to tell me what kind of dangers will I be exposed to if I buy a second-hand phone or even buy a new phone, from a dangerous place.
Okay, thank you very much. The risk here is that, for instance, if the person is using the phone has compromised the phone, then that means the phone that you have bought is compromised. Then whoever has installed this barcodes on it can access the phone remotely. Okay. That is the risk here.